This looks like another local chat app for about 2 seconds. Then the official Unsloth footage jumps into search, media generation, agent setup, research, and training. Unsloth Desktop is not really pitching a prettier prompt box. It is pitching one local AI workshop. On Tuesday, August 11, 2026, Unsloth launched a free open-source beta for macOS, Windows, and Linux that tries to put chat, tools, research, training, generation, APIs, and remote access into one desktop product. The launch clip starts with a typed question, shows tool use, moves into video creation settings and generated outputs, then lands on an agent screen with a generated Unsloth start command and a terminal session. This is still a source-grounded launch review, not a hands-on benchmark. I can verify what the official moving proof shows. I cannot verify speed, accuracy, privacy guarantees, or hardware performance beyond that proof. The honest question is what this beta visibly combines in one app. First, it clearly combines local chat with tool-driven workflows. The X-Clip and Docs show a request box, but they do not stop at a text answer. They move into search, code, and creation controls inside the same UI family. Second, the official sources really do show media generation. The Docs GIFs and launch clip move from prompts and settings into visible image and video outputs. Third, the agent and research lane is real in the official proof. The launch footage shows an agent surface that generates an Unsloth start command for connecting clients like Claude Code and Codex to local models. Then the docs show deep research planning a task, gathering sources, and producing a cited report. A few terms matter. RAG means pulling relevant files into an answer. MCP is a connector pattern for outside tools or services. GGUF is a common offline model format. And model export means packaging a model into a format another runtime can load. Now the caution. The official sources claim self-healing tool calls, up to 50% more accurate tool calling, up to 2 times faster training, and up to 70% less VRAM on supported workloads. Those are vendor claims in the launch post and release notes. This review does not independently validate those numbers. The docs show model and dataset selection, a running job, progress bars, and changing charts. The launch clip backs that up with a training dashboard and the message, train your own models. Most local desktop apps stop at inference. Unsloth is trying to join inference and training in the same user-facing product. There is also an honest limit. Export is prominently claimed in the launch materials, including GGF and other formats, but the moving proof here is much stronger on setup, progress, and outputs than on a full export walkthrough. So the safe wording is simple. Training and generation are visibly shown. Export breadth is still something the vendor says you should test yourself. Hardware reality matters too. The release says CPU and multi-GPU support across NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and Mac, but supported is not the same as easy. Model size, RAM, VRAM, backend, and operating system still decide what runs well. Beta status matters too. Privacy and licensing need the same honesty. Local workflows are a real appeal, especially for research and tool use. But remote access through Cloudflare links creates a security responsibility, not a magical privacy exemption. And while the core repo is public under Apache 2.0, the README also notes dual licensing with optional Studio UI components under HPL 3.0. So who should try this now? If you are a developer, technical creator, or local model enthusiast who hates juggling separate apps for chat, research, agents, training, and generation, this beta is worth downloading. If you only want lightweight local chat, I would wait. This looks broader, heavier, and more experimental than the simplest local runners. And if your decision depends on benchmark wins or friction-free hardware support, wait for independent testing. My verdict is simple. Unsloth Desktop is one of the most ambitious local AI desktop launches of 2026 because it tries to join inference, research, agents, training, media generation, APIs, and remote access in one open-source beta. The strongest reason to care is integration. The biggest reasons for caution are beta status, hardware variability, licensing nuance, and the gap between visible proof and performance claims.